Hi everyone, we're just making sure that I've done this correct and we are live. It's like being the first day back at school, having to do new things, especially when it comes to technology. So if you're on already, say hi. Yep, we're good. I can see your comments and that down here. So if you're here already, say hello. Hi Sue. I'm trying to mute. I've got an iPad here with the comments, but unfortunately it's got a little bit of feedback, so it was annoying you there. I do apologise. I'm just trying to get the volume completely. If you know how to mute an iPad, let me know in the comments. That would be really good. Thank you, Ella, for sharing that. And also get the recipe up and we can get started. So I'm doing a live for about, a year and a bit, possibly even more. But we used to do regular cooking sessions in the members class called Cook With. But we decided to make it from now into lives so we can see more of your lovely people at the same time as well, especially in the public group and on YouTube. So you always get feedback from our phone too, right? Okay. I might ask Chris at the end how to mute an iPad completely, so you don't have to hear me twice, because no one likes to hear that. So today we're making Carnivore Gnocchi. I haven't made this for months. I actually had to read the recipe a few times to make sure I had the directions correct in my head. I was going to knock it all together, and when I looked at the recipe, that was completely wrong. So I'll go through the ingredients and tell you a few options you can change if you want to make it more keto or more low carb or keto. So it's up. So this is available for everyone, not just carnivores. And then we'll get started. So the first thing you need is 500 grams of chicken mince. I get mine from Sainsbury's. It's the only supermarket where there's decent chicken mince. Heck, and other companies do their own chicken mince, but check the ingredients, check the back. You see what they've got in them. A lot of them have fillers in that and starches and that, which isn't good. So this ingredients for this is just, if I can find it, maybe try to find things. Is it inside? I can't remember. Does it actually say? Well, the carbohydrates per 100 grams is 1.9 grams of carbs. But the heck, the other brands looking like 4, 5, even 6 and that. So this is definitely the best one to get. I did try the ingredients on the bank. It must be inside the packet, like on the inside of this bit here. So anyway, 500 grams of chicken mince. You need 2 eggs, 4 rashers of sticky bacon. I've cheated and just got some smoked bacon lardons because I thought the fat looked quite good on there. So I'm going to use that. That's a 250 gram pack. I'm not going to use all of that. Just bacon, everyone likes bacon. And then for the toppings, you need some salami chips or some pork scratchings. I've actually cheated. I had some leftover bacon in the fridge, I just chopped up finely and mixed it in with the parmesan. So that's already done. And there's 3 tablespoons of grated parmesan in there. And then for the sauce, it's going to be double cream, 250 ml, 125 grams of cream cheese, 95 grams of cheddar. I've got a mix of mature cheddar and some grated cheddar. Hi Roger from Ontario, Canada. Actually, Chris has got family from Canada. Hi Lulu. Yes, Sue. Heck has got lots of nasties in it, so avoid. We're not dissing the brand here, but we're just saying just be careful what you buy and just check the label, double check. And we have some mustard, and also for the gnocchi, we've got some of the keto aroma chicken blend. Poultry blend, and this is in the glass jar which I have. I hope it keeps it fresher than the packet sometimes. So we'll get started. And the first one for the direction is grind the salami chips or pork scratchings down into fine crumbs, and then blend in your grated parmesan. I've already done this, so we'll quickly move on to the next one. It says here a food processor, but I've actually found it's easier just to get a bowl and mix your gnocchi ingredients or your gnocchi noodles in the bowl. So we're going to add in our chicken mince. And I'm just going to use a big spoon, just break up a little bit. And then to that, we're going to add 2 eggs. Hi Lisa, how are we doing today? And to that, 1 teaspoon of the poultry blend. Along with some salt and pepper. I'm just going to put a little bit of salt in. Got to do the seasoning in the poultry blend as well, but obviously you do it to taste. So you could do this in a food processor, but if you feel like a little arm workout, I've just got a metal spoon and I'm just going to mix this all together. You think it's not going to come together, but stick with it and it will eventually come into a paste. As you can see, there's a few studs with the spoon, quite vigorously obviously, starting to come together. You tell I don't do upper body work because my arms are killing me already. If I had my foot on the table using my toes, then I might do it completely different. There we go. So it's nice and smooth, and it's a lot more thicker. And then what we're going to do, we're going to place this into a piping bag. I've got these disposable ones. I bought these 15 years ago, probably even longer. I can't remember where I got them from, but have a look on Amazon, or if you have like a big sandwich bag type thing, you can use that as well. And what I find easier is by getting a glass or something that's tall. That will just keep it steady, and by using the spatula, there it is. We're just going to transfer this into a piping bag. Hi Kimberly from Tobago. Wow, we're getting everyone this today, aren't we? All over the world. So that's okay. So review the ingredients. So the ingredients are in here: 100 grams of chicken mince, a teaspoon of the keto aroma poultry blend, 2 eggs, and some seasoning to taste. I want you to mix it together until it's come nice and thick. I'm now going to transfer this into a piping bag. I actually find for myself that you just holding it. But that does work if you're a little bit. And then pop this in. So how did you find this, Kimberly, and also Roger? Because obviously we're based over here in the UK. It'd be good to know how you guys have found us. Last bit doesn't want to come out. And then use your fingers just to push all the mix down to the bottom, and then we're going to seal it up. This is going to be popped into the fridge for 10 minutes. It just lets it set so it becomes a little bit easier to pipe when you make the gnocchi noodles. So just like that, I'm just going to, when I lay it in the fridge, it'll be laid down like so that bit is at the bottom so it doesn't move about. And then so we're going to fridge for 10 minutes. Quick wash of the hands. So Kimberly's saying, keep put this on the paper in my feed one day more than a year ago, and I've been faithful to you ever since. Well, thank you, Kimberly. It's great to see you. Thank you. The next one we're going to start on is going to be the cheese sauce. And for this, you need a double boiler. On a medium heat, I'm going to add the cream and the cream cheese. I've got a pan already here, just slightly simmering. Drop a little bit more. And here, which is going to, should hopefully stay like that. I need a whisk. And then we're going to add in our ingredients for the sauce. So I haven't weighed these bits out yet, so I'll quickly do that. So it's going to be 125 mils of double cream, or if you're in the US, it's really heavy cream. Perfect. And 125 grams of soft cream cheese. And then we're going to add this to the double boiler, and we'll just slowly heat this through. The reason why we do it slowly, not in a pan, is you don't want the fat solids and the proteins in the cheese to split. And when it does split, that's when you get like a grainy texture from the cheese, and we don't want that. So we're going to slowly warm up the cream cheese and double cream. Just keep mixing it along. Put the temperature up a little bit. I think the whiskey's too big for the bowl. Well, we'll make it work. Has anyone made this before? I know Lulu, I think you have a few times. Lisa, have you made it? I know you made the pizza, the chicken pizza. You haven't. This is a very, very rich dish. So if you do try it, I would say I'll have it as like a little side to begin with. That's what I do sometimes with it. I'll be honest. I can eat a whole portion of this, and what's the macros for it? It's quite high. So for the whole dish, it's going to be over 2,500 calories, 17 grams of carbs, 200 grams of protein, nearly 200 grams of fat. But what I've noticed for me is if I do this, it's definitely going to be a nomad day for me if I have this. So we're just slowly melting the cheese, cream cheese, and the. It's boiling now. I don't know what. Did you do the chicken pizza? Excellent, excellent. Chris made a fathead yesterday. It's not carnivore, but it's using the fathead recipe and that. But he done that upside down pizza or something. He did put it in the group, but I think the way he's worded it might confuse a few people. And he basically put the toppings on, then you put the sauce on, then you put the dough on or something, and you then turn it out. So he found it on TikTok, so we'll say no more. So this is starting to melt now, if you can see that. Yeah, this whisk is definitely far too big for the dish. Let's use this. As I get cream cheese and double cream everywhere. Right. Time to bend a little bit. There we go, that's better. So everything's nice and melted. I'm going to slowly add the cream, slowly add the cheese, and we're going to add just enough to leave 15 grams behind for the end. So this is a mixture of mature cheddar and a regular plain flavourless kind of cheddar, but I thought the colour looked quite good. So. Rude. Well, you try and explain it, Chris, just now, and see if anyone can make sense of it. This is your upside down pizza, but not it wasn't upside down pineapple cake, so it was definitely pizza. Oh, so Lily's put on. I've done the poultry blend in the mint and also sage and onion powder to taste like stuffing. Wow, that'd be a good one. So slowly add the cheese. They say the reason why we do it slowly, you don't want the cheese to split, so the fats and the proteins then become all mucky. If you've got patience, like I don't, by the way, you could probably do this on a just a normal saucepan. But I haven't got the patience for that, so and I'll probably get distracted or something. So Chris says he's going to do a live when he can fit it in so people can see. Excellent. We'll have to get your name in the diary soon next, sir. Hi Anita, I've just seen you. How are you doing? So leaving a lot of cheese behind at the end. And then we're just going to mix this all in. Let's go back to the pizza. What Chris made it was like a proper crispy base as well. So it did look good. I was impressed. Going to move the spatula so I can get all the bits around here as well. A little taste for seasoning. Although we go too heavy on the salt because obviously the parmesan's we're going to talk, and that's quite salty anyway, the parmesan. I love that sauce on it. Oh dear. So just one or two of them and black pepper. And then we'll add in the mustard. I always use whole grain mustard, but I haven't got any, so it's going to be Dijon mustard. But use what any kind of mustard you like, or it's going to be pure carnivore. Or if there's spikes, use it. I doesn't agree with you, don't use it. It doesn't affect the taste, but I think there's a little bit of depth to the sauce. So about half a teaspoon-ish. That's Dijon mustard going into our one. We'll just keep stirring this until everything starts to melt properly. Cheese is nearly there. So do you just have it in a little jug, or you just how do you consume the sauce on its own, Lulu? I'm very, very intrigued now. Actually, this would make a really good blue cheese sauce for your steaks. That'd be really good. Just with a spoon, but I've also used that sauce to dip in my pork belly. So it's a go-to sauce by the sounds of it, eh? Pork belly. Oh, I haven't. Last time I had pork belly was on the plane heading out to Tenerife, which seems like ages and ages ago now. I think the people sitting around me were quite jealous that I had like a spread of half cow, pig, cheese. No eggs though. We've decided for Chris's sanity and my own personal safety that I would not take eggs onto a plane. So it's got a few more bits of cheese just to melt. One word on the cheese, if you use the pre-grated bags of cheese which you get in supermarkets, that will have anti-caking agents, but it's not a lot. But what I noticed when I was making this for the first time or second time, I used the pre-grated cheese, and you could have the spatula up like that in the sauce. It was that thick. You definitely couldn't pour it on anything. So if you're going to make it, definitely use the blocks of cheese and grate your own cheese. So it's a bit of taste for our seasoning. A bit more salt. Yeah, I can see me dipping pork belly bits into this now. Yeah, definitely. I'm 100% with you there, Lulu. Definitely. Hi, Gemma. She's watching on YouTube. So if you're watching on Facebook, you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do go ahead and subscribe. And you'll be able to watch all our lives back, and also Ella regularly uploads as well. Recipes. I think we've got our couch times on there as well. I think the last one we talked to Ian Lake, he ran a marathon completely fasted, which I don't think I could do. But train's going really well for that actually. It was 8 kilometers a day done. It was good to be back on a non-hilly environment. Hotel was amazing, but where it was located is not the best. Especially with when we were running, it was like literally up and down, all the way around. But this is done now. Another final taste. Much better. We're going to put this to the side, and then we'll get on with the next step. Just going to put a plate over it so it doesn't really, the skins really foam as much. You can put some cling film over it in that, but there we go. Right, leave that there. We can get rid of that. And we'll go on to the next step. So, fry the bacon off. I've already got a little bit of bacon fat in there from earlier on this morning. I'm just going to whack the heat up. I'll get the bacon lardons out. Gemma, what you do so far, I'm not quite sure what you mean there. What? You mean to what have I done so far? Is that what you're asking? What have I made so far? What I've made so far is the chicken noodle mix. That's in the fridge, resting just now. Just made the sauce. And strange. Where did that go? Okay. That turned itself off for some reason. We'll let that heat up. So I'm using bacon lardons, but you can use full rashers, streaky bacon, or any kind of bacon you want. If you're looking for a good value pack, Lulu will back this up as well. Sainsbury's do, is it cooking bacon or is it bacon pieces? But basically the offcuts of all the bacon what they sell, so streaky, back bacon, even like chunks of gammon size bits as well. That's really good. I think it's like 80p a pack or something. Where are you next Sunday? I'm in London. Well, unlike some people on holiday who are in Rhodes, I'm going to be in London with Chris, Sue, Mark, and Ella. I'm going to be at this Keto Roman Bakery. So if you're in the London area, or the South Coast, or Essex, or the home counties, it's gone up to £1 now. Wow, that's ridiculous. Yeah, so come to Keto Low Carb Festival in Woolwich. I'm sure Gemma will be able to put the link in so she can share that. That's in the UK. Talking of events, Kimberly, have you ever been to KetoCon in Texas? There's a few people I follow on social media who were there a couple of weeks ago, and it was absolutely fantastic. I know PHC have got their annual conference this weekend, and Sean Baker is there as well, which I would love to meet eventually one day. I'd love to meet him. Timeline do fresh foods? I never knew that. I learn something new every day. Thank you, Lisa. So I've just got smoked steak and lardons. I'm just going to fry them off. I'll just heat up. There we go. So we need a dish to put these in. Tidy it up a little bit. I never knew that, Lisa. Wow. I wanted to see what's the chance of the staff discount, but the prices were that good then. I don't think you would get any discount, did you? These pans are really good, but the handle is too hot. Gonna let that cook off and we'll get the chicken out. So cut the bacon to your liking. If you like it nice and crispy, then go for that. If you like a little bit remember, it's going to get reheated before we serve it. So yeah, if you come to Low Carb Keto Festival next Sunday, I'll get the locations for it. Woolwich Works, I think it is. Double check. Thank you, Gemma. Excuse me. Yeah, so Sunday 28th of May from 11 p.m. 11 a.m. and it's going to be Woolwich Works in London. And Mark and Ella, along with Sue, me and Chris over there at Keto in the Bakery, with lots of samples to try and some new launch items as well, but we've been told to keep it top secret, and if we say anything before Sunday, then, well, it's not, you don't want to get on the wrong side of that, should I say, yeah? Who wants to go from KFC, Dad? Are you coming, Lulu? So the bacon's now coming nice and crispy, and the fat's coming out as well. I'm going to keep the fat, so we're going to fry the gnocchi in the bacon fat. You want to keep a hold of the fat. Give it a few more seconds. I know Gemma's not going. Gemma is in Rhodes, I think, and I don't think Tracy can make it. But Tracy had said that last time with Bristol because you had two family events planned, but still managed to come and see us in the afternoon, which was fantastic. But I don't know how she managed to windle that one. Inventing one of these splatter guards. Great when you're cooking. Meaty, fatty meats. If you check online just now, Lulu, it should say, because it's only like a week away, so the timetable will definitely be confirmed. So I missed the chicken bit. What did you do? The chicken bit is in this bit in here. I'll explain once we go back to it. So my bacon is nice and crispy. So you can do it to your liking, and we're going to keep the fat. So we're just going to drain the chicken. Pop it in there. Sorry about the beeping, it's just the hot plate. So in the bottom, you can see that there's a good tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons of bacon fat. I'm going to keep that. That'll be for the next bit. What we're now going to do is start making the gnocchi. And on the back, you add a pot of simmering water. We'll heat it even, one I prepared earlier. So in here I've got some hot water, which is now boiling. I'm going to add in some salt. And this is when the magic happens. So this has been resting in the fridge for about 10 minutes. It's nice and cool now. And once it's come back up to like a little simmer, we do need that. You can make these as big or as small as you want. I think about half an inch, but it depends. If you used to eat gnocchi as in like the potato one, you know how big they are. So I usually go about half of that size. And then once it goes back up to a little boil, shouldn't take too long. We're just going to gently squeeze the bottom so the paste will come out, and then using the blunt end of the knife, pop it in to the hot water, and they're going to set in the water, but they're not going to fully cook. So you're going to do this for about 10 seconds or so in the water. So you make these big or small as you want. If you want little mini ones, make little mini ones. If you like a big chunkier gnocchi style, then get them bigger. So you just want them to set in the water. Don't fully, you could fully cook them in here, but I think when you fry them in the bacon and that, then they might get a bit tough. So not long at all. Just enough to set the outside. Thank you, Christine. Yes, well, we got back Friday night. Well, I say Friday night, more like Saturday morning after we left the airport. I don't know what happened with my bag, but the zip decided to come undone, and yes, I had to get that reported for British Airways. But you know, it is what it is. But no, it's good to be back. Sitting on the poolside for a week is really good, but and getting fed every 3 times a day. But you've got an all-inclusive bar as well. What is it? So in here, Gemma, it's 500 grams of chicken mince, 2 eggs, along with some keto aroma spice blend, about a teaspoon, and a little bit of seasoning. So Chris wants to go back to the warmth. I went for a run. I had this top on earlier on, and I could probably get away with a t-shirt. So it's not that cold out here. It's a lot warmer than it was when we left. Like that. I made this for Chris about, I can't remember when it was, but I used a tomato sauce base instead. So if you're liking the sound of the chicken, but you don't want to have all the dairy in that, you can make a simple Liam's tomato ketchup or something, add a bit of mascarpone for a little creamy sauce, and then the chicken, I'm sure Chris will vouch for it. It made a really, really good dish. Minced up. So it's chicken mince, already minced up from Sainsbury's. You do get other brands available. Want to be careful of what you're buying, because some brands will have fillers and nasties in them, which is not really good. And the carb value compared to this chicken from Sainsbury's is like ridiculously high. I think Sue made it with turkey mince once, but I don't think Sue's a big turkey fan. So I don't know if she's still on. She can maybe give her a verdict on that. But yeah, you could probably try. I'd try it with turkey mince. If you want to cook this, but only yourself in the household would eat it, what you could always meal prep this. So once you've cooked all your chicken gnocchi, keep it separate to your sauce, and when you come to eat it, just carry on with the last parts. So you have the sauce, the bacon, and the chicken all separate in your fridge. Whenever you want to eat it, you can finish it off. Within 5-10 minutes, you've got a quick dinner ready. water's going down. Come on, boil. I will show you what it look like before they get mixed into the what? I know because the so the sound man is coming, so that I'm echoing. I do apologise that I'm echoing. I can't get the laptop to mute. The iPad to mute. So there's a tiny bit of feedback. But we'll get it fixed the next time. So yeah, if you want to, this is a really good meal prep one. Just make all the components, keep it in the fridge, and then when you want to eat it, just make up the last few bits. So they're fairly sizable, so they're definitely not cooked. It's fine, you love your echoey voice. Maybe because you had 8 days with me on holiday, that's probably why he's saying that, eh? One thing what I will say about the holiday, if you ever go to Siam Park, go, definitely go, it's an amazing place. But get the all-inclusive food and drink. I had half a chicken, ribs, bunless burgers, and it must have cost about 45, 50 euro in total on that. But obviously the food was all included in the price what we paid, it was unlimited as well. So if you eat like me, and obviously I didn't realise how tiring going through a water park in slides is. That's really echoey, I'm sorry. So nearly done. Last few bits. I'm just cheating, trying to get all this in here. Work. There we go. And we'll quickly get these out. You always do the long one, Gemma. Always do the long one. I think that's the roll out. Yeah. Then we'll just swap the pots over. How many portions? Depends how hungry you are, Gemma. So the portions on the I'm so sorry about the echoing. Why is it starting? So it's split into 4 portions. It's 671 calories. 200 grams of protein and just under 200 grams of fat. And obviously, if you split it into 4, into 3, it's a little bit more. That echoing. I know. Sorry, I don't know what's going on there. It's the I don't know if it's this hot plate what's making it worse. There must be a way to mute an iPad. Mic's off. I don't know what's going on. But now I've just left the stream, so I can't see your comments. Sorry. Right. I've just turned the stream off. Not on that one, but on my iPad. I can't see the comments. Let me just go into the live, and hopefully I'll see your comments there. Hopefully I've not ended it. Right, there you go. I'm back now. So I can see the comments on Facebook, but not on YouTube, because for some reason I pressed the wrong button on my iPad. It's taking me out of the stream. But there's no echoing now, so we're doing good now. So where were we? I've just reheated the bacon fat, which we had from earlier on. We cooked the bacon. And what we're going to do, we're going to add the gnocchi to the pan. So this is our gnocchi, which has just been set in the hot water, and it's not quite cooked. We're going to finish cooking it up in the pan. But these are quite delicate, so just be careful of how you treat them in the pan. So we basically get a bit of colour onto them. I'm going to add the bacon to heat up the bacon as well. So we've got the bacon and the gnocchi, and we're just cooking the bacon and gnocchi through, get some colour onto it. That keeps turning itself off. Very strange. So preheat the grill. It smells so good. Oh. Get the sauce back. They give it a restart. There's a tiny bit of skin formed on it, but it's nothing like you get if you left it out in the open. As you can see, it's nice and rich. What's a washing up for Chris? That's a gem, man. What are you on about there? And you can see the gnocchi coming really brown. No, I would do my own washing up once I've enjoyed this. I might even get some to Chris to try as well. I'm sure he's had it before, but not with the cheese sauce. This keeps turning off. I don't know why. Is it because I'm shaking the pan? There's a pan there? If you use one of these induction ones from IKEA, let me know. A few more seconds. Grinding up the chicken. Any questions? So if you're on YouTube, sorry I can't see your comments, but Gemma, since you're there, I'm sure Gemma can pass them on via Facebook if there's any YouTube comments or questions. Where's your tan? You want to see my tan, do you? So there's a little bit there from where I had the wristband from the water park. I'll take the watch off and you can see what's on the watch. There. You're not going to see anything else, Gemma. This is a family show. There we go. So these are grind up really good, as you can see. Smells amazing. Oh. And I'm just going to add in our sauce. So I'm going to turn the heat down. You don't want the sauce to go too hot because it might split, so put it on 2. And then I'm going to pour in the sauce. Now we're just going to gently fold in the sauce. Add in the last bit of cheese. Thanks, Gemma. Appreciate that. If you're reading the recipe and following along with the recipe, it will say place into an oven-proof dish to save on washing up. Well, to save on Chris's washing up. I'm just going to put it in this pan. This pan can go into the grill as well. So I'm just going to push down all the sauce on the side so it doesn't burn. And then we're going to get our bacon and so I'd have this on its own, but you can definitely have, I've had it as a side as well. I think I should probably make a really, really good side. And I've just got the bacon and parmesan on top. And then into the grill. It's going to give us a wet look into the burn on the side. Some greenery. You can have greenery if you wanted to. You can add a bit of parsley or whatever, or spring onion or whatever that you have. There's a guy I follow online from America called Carnivore Chef, I think his name is. And he adds a bit of greenery. And the comments he gets is ridiculous, you know. It's just crazy. It's like, if you don't want to have it, don't eat it, you know. Just don't act like a total tube, eh? So yeah, if we're not add a bit of green to it, that's fine, yeah. But the bacon, I think, is more than enough on its own. Any questions? So yeah, you can have it as a side, has it as a main. I'll probably have half just now to see how I feel. I did eat this morning, but I did go for a run this afternoon before I started this. So I'm getting a bit peckish now. And I'm still in the mindset of having 3 meals a day. I've only had 2 today, so I'll probably end up eating all of it. So that's just going to brine for a couple of minutes under the grill just to melt the Parmesan cheese. And we'll get it out and we'll serve a bit and we'll show you what it's like. So I'm going to quickly tidy up, make some room. I need a bigger kitchen, that's what I need. Could you chill it up? So you could do, the only thing I would be careful of is when you reheat the cheese sauce, it may split because the proteins and the fat in the cheese, you need to use the Essex. Sorry, no, be careful what I say here because this is going out to many people. I don't think Essex would be my first choice if I had to move. Maybe the south coast of England, but not Essex, sorry. I heard Kent's quite nice. So what I would do is, if you want to meal prep it, or if you don't want to eat all of it, keep the components separate in the fridge. So you'll have the cooked gnocchi, the sauce, and the bacon, and keep it all separate in the fridge. When you want to come to make it, add it all in, and then serve it. I think it'd probably be the best way to do it. I wouldn't go and make it just now, and then reheat it. You could reheat it, but I said the fat protein from the cheese would probably melt and it wouldn't look. It'd be okay. It'd be edible. It wouldn't do anything to the taste, but it would just, yeah, it wouldn't look the best. That's nearly done. I mean, could you add chili? Of course you can. Yeah, I heard Dave's got some really nice chilies, Scotch bonnets. You know. Yeah, definitely. Come to Cleethorpes. I've never actually been there. Been to Boston. Is that near Cleethorpes? Is that in Lincolnshire? Sorry, geography is really bad. If I thought on the coast towards Hull, is it? I don't know. But no, I've never been there before, Christine. I'd love to go. Yeah, but definitely add chili to it as well. Yeah, you could do. Kashmiri chili might work. Nearly done, so get a board to put the hot dish on. About 1 hour away from Boston. But Boston, I really enjoy it. It's a lovely little village town. Or is it a city? Well, I did my half marathon there last year, I think. Was it last year? Yeah, last year. I had some jalapenos on top of the grill. Chris has actually got some in the cupboard. That does sound quite good. So yeah, even though it's carnivore based, make the recipe your own. If you want to add in stuff or do a different sauce or add some tomato, or make it in a tomato sauce, make it your own. Yeah, just because the recipe says this is what it is, it doesn't mean it can't be adapted to your needs, to your tastes, and to what you like. I see some people might not enjoy a full rich cream sauce like this, so if you make like a tomato sauce on that, that would work really well. So yeah, take what the components what I've done and just make it yourself and basically have fun. So there we go. I'm not going to lift it up too much in case it runs off the lie. What have I lied about? I don't know what you're on about, Gemma. I never lie on camera. Jesus. So there we go. Carnivore gnocchi with cream cheese sauce topped with bacon and parmesan. And it smells absolutely amazing. That pan's really hot. I'm on my way. I'm sorry. Before you even get to London, Lily will be eating. I'm sorry. Any questions before I go? I don't want to get it too cold before I eat it. Yes, Jenna, Boston and Lincolnshire are a lovely area of the country. Nice and flat for running. Right, I'm going to go. Thank you for joining me. I don't know, so no lives next week. Well, next Sunday because we'll be in London. Mark and Ella might have some plan for the week, but Ella will do her weekly email, and that'll be coming out sometime later on this afternoon. I will be in Kettering on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, so you might see me on one of the lives, you might not, depending on what I'm doing. I'll probably be chained to the bakery doing panda cakes and flowers and loaves and wraps and coming out like an Eskimo, because panda flour is everywhere. So if I don't see you next week on the live, if you come to London, I'll see you then. If you haven't booked your ticket already, generally put a link in earlier on in the chat where you can book your ticket. It's Keto Festival. We're also on Instagram and Facebook as well. So yeah, thank you for joining, and we'll catch you next time.